Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. I am here today with the Casio CT-S1, and this is a phenomenal board. Now, I have been doing reviews since 2011, so over 10 years now. And if you've been following my YouTube channel, you'll know that I really don't do 61 key keyboard reviews. Everything is 88 key. I'm a professional pianist. I review professional pianos. But every once in a while, there is a 61 key piano that comes out that is so exceptional that I have to cover it. This is one such exception. The Casio CT-S1 has pianos and all kinds of other sounds built into here using the new AIX chip. And you can be assured that there's going to be 88 key keyboards coming out after this that are going to use the same improved second generation AIX chip. So the reason this is so exceptional because of that chip is the sounds are just to die for. You just heard that piano, and that really, really is impressive. All the other instruments that are in here are equally as impressive too. Now, the CT-S1 has sounds on here that are not available on any other Casio keyboards at this point. Yeah, it has some of the old other AIX sounds that are on here, but as for the new AIX sounds, with the new and improved second generation AIX chip, doesn't exist anywhere else in any other keyboard, 88 key or 61 in the Casio line. So this is a first. It sort of houses the best Casio sounds all in this keyboard. And you're getting a sneak peek in this keyboard of what's yet to come in the future 88 key keyboards. So I know that there's been other CT-S1 reviews out there, and as far as all those reviewers and all the commenters on the forums and everything else, I can only reiterate what everyone else is saying. The sounds on this are phenomenal. They're to die for. It's just amazing how they can get sounds like that on a 61 key keyboard and sell it for $199 US. That just blows me away. I mean, you heard that. Listen to this. So what other keyboard can you get that on? Right now, for $199? Nowhere close. Nothing holds a candle to this in a 61 key arena. So anyway, the basics on this, you can get this in your choice of black, white, or red. You have, as far as inputs and outputs, two 1/8 inch mini stereo jacks, one for input, one for output. And that's probably the gripe, the one gripe I have against this is it would be so much better if they had more professional left and right 1/4 inch outs. But it's not a deal breaker because you can always get an adapter cable to go from the 1/8 inch stereo mini output, and it breaks it up into left and right 1/4 inch jacks. And if you're going to hook it up into an amp, usually you're going to hook it up left channel with most keyboards, which is going to summarize left and right and put it in mono. Well, you can do that here with another adapter cable that goes from 1/8 inch stereo mini to 1/4 inch mono. So as far as adapter cables, you're covered. But I really would have preferred the Casio would have come out with the separate left and right 1/4 inch jacks. It would have been a more professional thing at that point. Again, not a deal breaker, but a little disappointing. But for the sounds that you get out of this thing, I can't complain for too long. Now, they paid a lot of attention to detail over here. So take a look at this fabric cover right here. It doesn't just cover the speakers. It covers the whole keyboard here, softening the view of just being plastic. And instead of silk screening their name onto some kind of plastic here, they've actually embedded it into the plastic, Casio and Casio tone. That's a touch of class right there as well. The other thing is they've got this felt strip that goes across the entire length of the keyboard, and what that does is it keeps dust out. Dust is an enemy to electronics. They've taken care of that right here, so you don't have to worry about dust. Now, as far as sounds, they've got 7 basic categories: piano, E-piano or electric piano 1, electric piano 2, organ, keyboard, synth, and others. And for each one of these, they have 5 different variations: standard, advanced, modern, vintage, and tone memory. So right now we're in the piano category, and you just heard that first piano. Let's go to one of the variations. This one will be labeled advanced. So you can hear that there's actually a pad built into there as well. And if I go on to the next one, which is modern, so notice how bright that is. This is actually going to stand out in the mix. Now, a lot of keyboardists have problems standing out in the mix when they're put against all the guitars and basses and drums. It kind of drowns out the piano, but this is set up so it stands out. You don't have any problem cutting through in the mix. The next one is vintage. And the last one in the piano category is the tone memory. Again, most manufacturers put their best sounding piano as the first one. When you turn on the piano or turn on the keyboard, the first thing that comes up is going to be their best piano sound, and that's the one you heard me open with. Very impressive. And of course, you're limited to 61 keys, so if you need to go lower than the 61 keys, an octave or so lower or higher, they have an operation here where you just press a certain key combination and you can shift it to go lower or higher. Now let's check out some of the other sounds. This is electric piano 1. And here's the first variation of it. It's called advanced. And let's go to the next one, which they labeled modern. Two more. Let's go to the next one, vintage. And the last one, called tone memory. Now they have a second electric piano labeled Electric Piano 2, so let's check that out. We don't have to go through the whole thing, and let's just go through the rest of those iterations. Another one. Next. And last. So no shortage of electric pianos for you to choose from. The next category is organ. And of course, there's 5 of everything, so let's go to the next one. More of a church organ here. And the next one. Next. And the last one. All right, then we have keyboard sounds. Let's try 5 of those. Next. 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 And next. All right, then you have synth. Next one. Next. Next. And next. And one called Others. Next. 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 So anyway, that is the 35 tones available to you from the front panel. You've got 7 categories and 5 different variations per category. But there are actually 61 tones available to you here, and there's 61 keys. So what they did is they made it so that you can hold down this tone variation button and hit any key, and it tells you what you get. And if you go to the next one, another kind of piano. With a pad there. The next one. With a variation. So let's just pick a random one here. And another random one. So it's not such a mystery because they've included right here a tone list of all 61 keys and what key combination you have to press. In other words, this tone variation button and a key over here in order to get that tone. So if I were to look for something like a cathedral organ, I would press G4. So, very, very cool. I'm not going to go through all of them here, but just know that they're here and know that because of all of these tones that are here, this also functions as a full 16-part multi-timbral MIDI playback device. So if you have something pre-recorded in MIDI using different tones and all that, you can play it back through here. And they have a built-in sample of that right now. Let's play that back. Okay, let's end it there. You get the idea. It sounds fantastic. So what this thing also has is it's got a built-in one-track recorder, which is really cool. So if I'm going to press the record button, and it's so simple, all you have to do is press record, and when you start playing, it starts recording. And let's play it back. So you can add to it very easily, but probably the most popular use for this would be for those learning a new song. Play the left hand first while you record it, and when you're done with that, play back that left hand recording while you're practicing the right hand. That is probably the more general purpose use of this. But again, if you're feeling creative, you can do what I just did, where you record something and play it back while you add something else to it. It doesn't have to be piano, it can be any instrument you want. Now, this thing is perfect just the way it is, but some people want some additional functionality like Bluetooth. So rather than include Bluetooth in this and raise the price, why not just keep it the way it is? And for those that do want Bluetooth, just pay an extra $79 and you get a Bluetooth dongle that plugs into the back here and gives you Bluetooth capability. So you can stream your Bluetooth music onto here so you can hear it into these powerful speakers that are built in. Or you have MIDI over Bluetooth. So you can sit there and play this and broadcast it to some other device, and you have MIDI over Bluetooth. Now, the really cool thing about this, and I have not seen this done in a 61 key keyboard yet, and it's such a simple concept. I don't know why others aren't doing this, but you can take a guitar strap, and they have guitar strap connectors right here. We just fasten it on and you play it just like a guitar. You strap it around your neck and you have freedom to walk around while you play this. Very, very, very cool. And another thing is, since this is less than 10 pounds, it's 9.9 pounds, which is basically 4.5 kilograms. A lot of people want to put this on their lap. And when you do that, because it's so light, it starts falling off. So another use for these built-in strap mounts is to take that guitar strap and wrap it around you so that the keyboard doesn't fall off. Now, it also comes with a matching color music rest. So it just plugs into the back, and it's actually pretty sturdy. The music that you put on here is not going to go and fall off as you play it like it does with so many other keyboards. And also, to keep the price down and under $200, they have not included a pedal with this. So you're going to have to include your own pedal, but the good news is a professional pedal only costs about $20 at Guitar Center. Just make sure you get a universal pedal, one with a switch on it that can switch the polarity. That way you're not stuck using it just on this keyboard, but you can use it for any other keyboard that you might have in the house or any future keyboard that you buy. The other thing here, as I'm sure you've heard on other channels, and it's really hard to try and reproduce this over YouTube, but it has this surround button. And I don't know how they did this, but they did it. You could be playing the piano and you're hearing it through regular speakers that are built in here. And when you press that surround button, it's almost as though you have some other speakers in the room where that sound is coming from. And I can't capture that here with microphones to show you. It's something you're going to have to experience. So even if you don't buy this, I would encourage you to really check this out. Go to Guitar Center or Sam Ash or whatever your local retailer is near you and try that out, because it is so amazing how they've done that. It just blows me away. And even though they tell you not to carry it by this indentation they have here, and you really shouldn't because it's really not deep enough, but people do it anyway. You can carry this with one hand, and it really is ultra portable that way. And since it also operates on batteries as well as AC power, and it does come with the AC power adapter, you really truly can take this anywhere. And I'll tell you, when I go on any kind of business trip where I'm at a motel, this is so portable. I can take this and store it on the overhead bin on an airplane, and take this into the room and actually just play this for my own entertainment, or if I get some kind of inspiration or something hits me, I can go ahead and start writing songs with it. But I found, as a professional keyboard player, pianist, this actually makes a great second tier keyboard. For $199, you've got a fantastic second tier keyboard, which I highly recommend. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and try that on my next gig and see how well that works out for me. So, anyway, I hope this has helped you out. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.